Hello everybody, it's X here, and today we're checking out Planet X Vulcan. And first off, you'll notice that he has an Autobot symbol there, and an Autobot symbol right there. Those do not come on this guy because he's a third-party figure, and that would make it a big problem if they put them on there. So I just included a decal sticker and put them in those nice spots, which Planet X made very nicely, so to get them in there. That's nice, appreciated. So let's check him out. So let's see how he compares with a ruler size. We'll just get the size out of the way really quickly. So here's a ruler. He stands about 8 inches tall right there. And, width-wise, I don't know what that means. But there you go. That's the ruler size and all that. And let's get in some comparisons really quickly. So here he is with Siege Ratchet right there. Bring down the camera so you can kind of see them in full shot. There you go. And here is Studio Series Grimlock next to Planet X's Grimlock here from War of Cybertron, which is a good game, by the way. Played the first one, second one never played, but first one played over and over again. Really fun game. But anyways, here's their comparison, and definitely this Grimlock is bigger, but this is just really good sizing. And out of the two, which one do I like more? I will save that towards the end, because right now we're looking at Grimlock from War of Cybertron. So let's get him out of the way, and let's get back into checking out this guy. So really quickly, we'll go over his articulation and everything. So he's got a nice ball joint up there in the head. He also has a really good light piping. I don't know if you can see that very well, so I'll bring down my phone here, so you can, woo, look at that. Very nice light piping. Woo! Very nice. And ball joins up in the shoulder. He can go after that. Full 360 right there. He's got a nice bend there at the elbow, like so. He has wrist articulation, and the hands can open up like so. He does have a wrist swivel. His legs can spread out. He's got a swivel there. He's got a tight ratcheted joint there at the knee. Little bit of toe pivot up and down, and pivot side to side, like so. He has a backpack here, as you can see, which doesn't really bother me, because this is how Grimlock's head always stored on his back, so, that's pretty fine. This isn't tabbing, and that's really the only big issue I really have with the figure, is I would have liked there to be a tab, but I know this guy. I've watched a lot of reviews on him over the past several years, so I know exactly what is and what isn't this guy has. I also would like if these right here was ratcheted, but that's just me complaining. So with all of that, articulation out of the way, let's check out his accessories. And oh boy, does he have some pretty cool accessories. He comes with this really cool sword and this giant shield. Which if we bring in Ratchet really quickly, we can see that the shield can pretty much almost cover Ratchet completely. So this is a giant shield. And you can't get him to pretty much be completely safe behind this thing. So this is a massive shield. So there's a nice comparison for the size of it. And really quickly, I do want to point this out. For whatever reason, third-party companies when it comes to Transformers make everything super sharp, and they make you bleed and hurt, and I have actually cut myself on third-party figures before, and I don't know why they do that. So you know what I've done? This was extremely sharp here, and every one of these points were extremely sharp. So I took a nail filer and just sanded those down ever so slightly so I don't accidentally hurt myself. And that's primarily because I like to play on my stuff quite a bit, and for it to not have to be sharp, I won't hurt myself by accident. So there's that. And this has a nice little cool feature where this bit swings down, and you can take the hand and you slip it into his hand like that and close it up. Oh yeah, don't think I mentioned this, but he has a nice wrist swivel, which is always a must when the character has a sword, so you can have it swing and have cool poses and stuff. And this one has a nice plug right there, which you can just slip the shield. This one's a little more difficult, but you can get the shield in his hand, and there you go with Grimlock all armored up and looking all cool. Another cool thing you can do with this, it's got a little tabby right there, so you can take this little hole that's on the side of Grimlock, and you can just plug it in like so, and you have a nice storage for the sword. That looks pretty cool as well. You also have a port here on the back where you can store the shield, and that can plug in right there. That's kind of really far out there, so I kind of leave that off there. And there's one more cool thing you can do with this. It's just a little hole right there, and you can take this and you can plug it in like that, and then you have a nice little sword storage. And then you can put all that on Grimlock if you want, or you can hold it, or you can even take it and plug it there on his arm. There's that as well. So there is all that. And with all of that out of the way, let's get him transformed. And there's a lot of other people pointing out this bit of plastic needs to bend really far over, but that's perfectly fine. I've done it several dozen times now, and it hasn't had any breakage yet, so that's pretty good. And here we have Grimlock in his dinosaur mode. And oh boy, is it good looking. I really like it. And this eye right here also has pretty good light piping right there. So you can see the eye looks really cool right there. And looks pretty sweet. So really quickly, his length is, if you grab the ruler, longer than the ruler. So he's probably about 13 inches long. Depending on how you have him. He stands, roughly, wherever. So he's pretty good size, and I do like him. What I like you can also do with this Grimlock is you can actually get him up in a G1 pose. So if you just get that tail up like so, get him all up like that. There you go. You got Grimlock in a very G1-y pose right there. And he still has good articulation in this ability. You can still open his mouth pretty good. You can still move around. And I actually prefer him in this pose. I don't know why, just maybe because of him looking more like the G1 Grimlock, but I kind of like him being like this. I just think he actually looks better this way than down on all four, than down like this. But, it's your preference, really, on how you like to have Grimlock. But either way, I think he looks really cool, and I love his articulation on this guy. The head can spin 360 like so. This bit right here just has some issues, so we'll just get that back in there. The head can go up and down. It's got a head swivel, which is cool. The mouth can open and close, and the teeth are very sharp. I haven't sanded those down at all just because it will mess up the paint, but you have this nice little flamethrower bit right there. Also a tongue there, so you have that. The arms are articulated here, so they're pretty sweet, and they can bend at the elbow, and the claws can open and close, which is also cool. The legs also, have all that bit of articulation in them as well. I do like this bit right there. It covers up that big gap that would have been there otherwise. He's got little thrusters in the back so he can fly. The tail is amazing. It's got articulation all around in here, so you can have it curve like that, curve that way, and it even has a little up and down to it back there. And there's the underneath of Grimlock, and he looks pretty good. I like it. I like him a lot. So there is Grimlock in his entirety, and there's that. And of course you can take the weapons and plug it onto his side there, and the sword on the other side, and that's pretty much the storage for that. But I just put these up to the side for this mode anyways. I can't also stress enough the fact, be careful when you transform third-party figures, because, again, they are sharp. I don't know why they make them so sharp. Look, I've cut myself. I've cut myself! Grimlock has cut me! Ouch, Grimlock, why? But yeah, again, very careful with the handling these type of third-party transformers. I don't know why they make them as sharp as possible. But anyways, let's do a little size comparison. Here he is with Siege Ratchet, so you can see how they kind of scale together. Ratchet can't really drive underneath him, but maybe we take off this if he can. Yeah. Whee! So there's that out of the way, and now for the best comparison. Here we have Grimlock. Just move him off to the side here. Try to get them both in the same shot here. I'll have to pull out the camera. But here we have Grimlock there next to Studio Series Grimlock. And I'll go ahead and pull back the camera so we can get them both in the same shot here. So there you go with that. And Studio Series Grimlock is slightly taller than this guy. And yeah, the main reason why I really got this particular Grimlock and really wanted him is because Hasbro refuses to give us a good Grimlock figure. Besides this guy, I think this Grimlock here, this Studio Series Grimlock, is the best Grimlock we've gotten from Hasbro. This is just an amazing Grimlock. But they haven't given us anything else. Probably the primes they gave us a Voyager class Grimlock, and all his other buddies were all in deluxe class scale. The Dinobots should always be leader class size or Voyagers. Grimlock should always be a leader, and all his other guys should at least be Voyagers. That's just me, And that's where I really wanted to get this Grimlock, because this is definitely a leader class size Grimlock. Even though he's a little tiny shorter than, the average leader class, he is a good size for that. And that's probably the reason why I wanted him. I wanted a good size G1-ish looking Grimlock here. And I do like him. Now, out of the two, which one do I like the most? That is, I like them both the same. They're pretty much amazing. And with the upgrade kit that you can get for Studio Series Grimlock, this guy is on par with me with this guy. I like them both the same. I love Grimlock, and I love this design. He just looks really cool and menacing. But I also like this kind of Grimlock as well. I do like the G colors as well. So, I like them both the same. And for price-wise, I still think this is the best Grimlock. If, you're interested in a Grimlock, definitely this Grimlock for the price ratio. This price, no, I hate the price of this guy. So definitely, but besides that, I think they're both really cool, and I like them both still the same. So yeah, there's that as my ramble on the differences and, whatever. There's the two different Grimlocks, alright? These are my favorite. That's it. That's what I'm trying to get across. Boom. And here are my final thoughts on Planet X Vulcum, aka Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. I think he is amazing. I really like him, and I love that I can get him in this pose. I don't know why, but I love this pose for him. I just really like this pose. And this is pretty much how I'm going to keep him when I have him in Dino mode. I just really like this pose right here. I guess you can say I'm an old dino dummy, but this is what I like. But Stiggerich, he's not accurate. You must make him accurate. I don't care if he's accurate or not. This is how I like my Grimlock. He's mine. I paid the sacrifice to have this guy, and I'm gonna pose him how I want to pose him, okay? Okay. But anyways, I really like this guy, and yeah, I got no complaints besides paying my soul for him. So yeah, so he looks pretty good. I like him a lot. And unfortunately, he's no longer available in the Big Bag Toy Store. So yeah, yeah. Will I plan on getting the other Dinobots from Planet X? If there's a sale, there are currently none of them on sale right now at the Big Bad Toy Store, and they're all out of stock anyway, so I will keep an eye out, but again, if there's not a sale on them, I probably won't, but we'll just see. I mean, I might get the, Snarl, I believe his name is. The Stegosaurus. I don't know what they've done about the names. I'm sorry, but I might get the Stegosaurus. Why? Because I like the Stegosaurus. So with all of this, I hope you enjoyed that video. And thanks for watching me ramble about a figure. So yeah, there's that. I hope you enjoyed it. And that's the end of it. So until then, have a great day and bye everybody.